What the civilians did to the army at Banex is very, very much condemnable. But there are questions that the Nigerian Army must now answer. When you consider what led to that incident, however inexcusable it might be, and you also consider the response of the army after the incident. So, before the incident and after the incident.
Let me start with you, Coaching General Lucky Rabo, saying that an attack on any military personnel is an attack on national security. No, that is not true, particularly in this particular instance. You see, the uniformed persons, they interpret national security so loosely, you know, they even attract criticism onto themselves. Now, what happened in this Banex Plaza was a civil matter. On Saturday, we were told that two soldiers had gone to Banex Plaza to complain about a phone, where the details of whatever happened to the phone, we do not know. Whether it was a fake phone that was sold or the repair of a phone and all that. Soldiers, like other citizens, have the right to own phones. They have the right to go and repair phones. But how does the possession of a phone by a soldier amount to national security? So that doesn't make sense. Can we just focus on what makes sense? Now, on Monday, these soldiers now went back. They said 2 of their men were attacked, and they went back and they locked down the place, they brutalized people, and how does that constitute national security? That does not constitute national security. If there is a civil matter between 2 persons, whether you are a uniformed man or you are a civilian, the place to go is a police station.
I mean,
it's a police that can investigate.
Yes.
That's number 1. Number 2 is that General Oyema Nwachukwu, that you said should offer an explanation, has now come forward to offer an explanation to say that the army is investigating what happened, right? To get to the bottom of it, the assault on military people. What General Nwachukwu did not say also is that, does the military have the right to order a truckload of vehicles to go and fight traders at a plaza over something that is just a personal matter about a phone?
We saw videos.
Martial law, which governs military operations, does not extend to civilians, and it does not extend to civilian locations such as Banex Plaza. So, in this regard, I think that the military acted ultra vires, and I find it scandalous that General Nwachukwu will even have the boldness to come and say we are investigating. The duty of investigating issues between civilian and civil matters is the job of the police. Number 3 is to remind the Nigerian military that, look, they also have an obligation to relate with the civilian population. So I think this incident, as is the case with the Okpe incident, yes, the Okpe incident, you can talk about national security because, you know, it was an established brigade involved in security in the Niger Delta and all of that. That phrase, national security, may apply there. But whether in Okpe or in Banex Plaza or elsewhere, the military must pay more attention to issues of military-civilian relations. There must be something like that, you know, in their rule books, because we cannot afford to have on a consistent basis whereby civilians are fighting soldiers. Look, in fact, that should be disturbing to the military hierarchy. Soldiers elsewhere are highly respected people. But when you have soldiers in Nigeria who call themselves staff, who think because they wear uniform they cannot pay transport fare, or that they can go to a supermarket and they should be given special rights. So all of this should be at the level of reorientation and also relating with civilians. If the military have shut down Banex Plaza, they should reopen it immediately.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is that they want to investigate, they should get the appropriate authority, which is the police, to do the job.
Well said.
So that we don't have the impression that the Nigerian military is trying to turn itself, even in civil matters, into an army of occupation, or terror, of oppression.
Well said.
That is the danger that they run in this particular
I mean, in recent times, we have been praising the military and they should do right by us.
At first, the question I want to ask is this, Orjy.
Yes.
Those military officers that went there, every marketplace has a market association. If you feel disgruntled, rather than going into a fisticuff with the traders, why not go to the market association to resolve whatever impasse you have before you made a public show of shame? That's the sad one. And for Major General Yema, I've been praising him, but today I'm not going to praise him.
Yeah.
That statement was needless. You violated the rights of people. And I think the people of the Banex Plaza should be able to sue for loss of revenue and things like that. This is entirely very wrong.
Yeah.
In other regards, I've praised him, but this one, General Yema, you do not try at all.
I mean, we've been praising the military.
We've been praising but no, not
we've
been
praising the entire military for their wins of recent. Please do right by Nigerians.
Questions abound that the Nigerian Army must now answer. First of all, I thought it was, and let me ask now, perhaps it is not. Is it not against the law, or is it not against protocol, against procedure, for a soldier to wear his uniform or her uniform while he or she is not on active duty? I thought that was wrong. Is it okay? The Nigerian Army must answer that to us. Secondly, I thought that military training was not supposed to be used for the harassment of civilians. Is it the best solution that the Nigerian Army should now mobilize armed soldiers to a civilian environment? Is it okay for the army to bring machine gun to a broom fight? Those are the two questions that the Nigerian Army must answer. And might I suggest, I would have thought that one of the things that the Nigerian Army can do in order to restore confidence of the citizenry on the Nigerian Army, in order to regain their respect and gain the gratitude of the citizens, one of the things they needed to do is come out and create very cordial relationship between the military and civilians. And one way to do that will be to open means of communication to let the citizens know that, first of all, it is wrong for a soldier to be in uniform, and not just even soldier, even police. It is wrong for them to wear their uniform while they are not on active duty, because that would just be tantamount to harassing civilians, intimidating civilians with their uniform. And it's not even good for their own safety. Okay. Then another thing would be that rather than mobilize soldiers based on this mentality of bloody civilians to begin to terrorize and harass civilians in this very brutish show of force, a better alternative would actually be to engage with citizens, to let them know what is right and what is wrong when it comes to the way a soldier is supposed to behave in public. This is what I think. These are questions that are being asked, not just by me. Watch this video.